Good morning, students. Welcome you all in the video session of English. We are going to conclude chapter 1, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. I have already explained you in the last two classes what happened, and you have already realized how a minor thing is changed and transformed into rumor, how it really changes the shape of entire figure. So is what in this chapter described by the writer Ruskin Bond. Very interestingly, the writer has described in this chapter The Boy Who Broke the Bank, how people, when pass one news to other, they change the form of the news, and at last, when it is passed to the last, it is completely changed, and there is no connection with the base of the news, fact of the news, and that becomes a rumor. So is what in this chapter, The Boy Who Broke the Bank. In the last two sessions of the English chapter, The Boy Who Broke the Bank, I have already explained you how Nathu explained his problem, that he had not got the salary from the bank. It was too late, and his friend Sitaram passed the same thing to Mrs. Prakash in different way. Mrs. Prakash passed that message to Mrs. Bhushan, adding something more in that, and Mrs. Bhushan made it quite in exaggerated form, quite in changed form, when she passed the same to her husband, to Mr. Jugal Kishore, and Jugal Kishore the same thing transmitted in the mind of his neighbor, Mr. Faiz Hussain. So in this way, the whole market came to know about the news that the bank was going to be bankrupt. Already you have seen that I have explained you in the story. Every people of the small town, which was already set in the foothill of Dehradun, came to know that the local bank was going to bankrupt. Means there was no money in the bank so that it could pay to its employees, or it could pay to workers, and it could pay to its customers. This news really was deteriorated to great extent, and in the further part, the last part that you can see here, in this part here, the picture that you see, the people are gathering to the bank, they are assembling to the bank, and they made a mob. The people changed into a mob, and they were now shouting to the employees, to the clerks, and they were calling to the manager to come up and give their money back. All the money that they had deposited in the bank, they wanted to withdraw. It's very interestingly presented by the writer that the miserable condition of the manager, the workers who were working in the bank, no doubt they were quite afraid. They were filled with panic because nothing has happened in the bank. They were getting their salaries, they were getting their payments, there was sufficient money, but the mob was not in the mood to listen anything what the manager said, what the bank was giving them information. They only just wanted immediate to get all their money back, which was not immediate possible to give all the money back to all the customers. And in this way, the scene that was created there, many miscreants, some mischief makers also joined that. They thought that Seth Govindaram was already hiding in the bank. They had hidden Seth Govindaram in the vaults. What's vault? Vault is a very secret room which is made with a strong wall, thick wall, okay, to keep the precious things, money and precious jewelries. They thought, the people of the town thought that they had hidden Mr. Seth Govindram in that vault. They wanted to meet him, and in this way, the miscreants, mischief maker who had not a single paisa in the bank, they also joined the group. And it so happened that they all started shouting, "We want money, we want now, we want now." And at last, it so happened that some of them even threw some stones. They picked up some pebbles or stones and threw on the window panes. They damaged the display of the board on which the bank had already explained and advertised the assets of the bank. So you can see here in the picture, the manager came out of the bank, and you can see the crowd all around. Those who were blaming the manager, those who were shouting at the manager, and they were making him responsible for all this news that had spread. The people thought that bank had no money. Seth Govindram had left the town, left the state, left even the country. Some of them even speculated that he was hiding somewhere in the town. And so they wanted to meet Seth Govindram. This bank was owned by Seth Govindram. Seth Govindram was the owner of the bank, and they had great faith. So you can see here the crowd and the way they really were expressing their anger, their just distress, their frustration, their disappointment at the manager. And manager was no doubt afraid. He retreated. He moved back and he closed the shutter, iron shutter. What happened at last, that you know? Next day, Nathu came. Nathu, remember very well. Nathu was the sweeper in the bank, who was sweeping the steps, ground, yard. He came and he saw the things, refuse scattering here and there, the stones, pebbles here and there. When he saw, he no doubt became here much angry. First of all, he had not got the salary, and secondly, his work of load was increasing there. He knew that his load was increasing. As you can see here, everything, the manager who is standing there, and the people, those who are shouting at him, they are pointing fingers at him. And police came, police moved the people back. Many of them fell over each other, and the moment just everything was cooled down, everything was here managed, they were convinced that there was money, enough money in the bank, they could get another day. Then Nathuram came the other day, and then he saw the heap of the garbage, dust and everything there. That made him much worried. He was worried because his load of work had increased. He had not got the salary and work is increasing. So that made him even here more anxious, more worried. He told here, okay, I have not heard, that bank, I had never heard that the bank would go bankrupt. And then what happened? What happened, you see? Your money too will be lucky, you will get it. He told. His friend came and his friend told, you will get your money back. Don't worry. He waved cheerfully and paddled away on his bicycle. Sitaram, who had come, who saw his friend there, much distressed, he consoled him. He comforted him, telling, don't worry. It's now your good luck, you will get your money back. And then he paddled his bicycle away. Nathu went back to sweeping the steps, muttering to himself. When he had finished, he sat down on the bottom step to wait for the manager. He was determined to get his pay. Now he was determined that the manager would manage his salary and he would get his salary. And then he told, who would have thought the bank would collapse? He told, who would have thought that the bank would collapse? He said to himself and looked thoughtfully across the street. I wonder how it could have happened. He said himself, had anybody thought that the bank would collapse? It is no doubt a very interesting story that the boy was responsible for everything, for all the damage, for all the ill reputation, for all the rumors. He was the root. He only told his friend about the bank that the bank had not paid him, and this news was transformed in other way from mind to mind, and this became really a drastic news in the town. So the end that is here, no doubt, so interesting that boy Nathu, who was responsible for all these here incidents, he was telling out who would have thought the bank would collapse. Bank had not collapsed. Bank had money. As you know, a bank was going to pay everyone. Bank was already paying every staffs, all the clerks. So this story that is here composed by Ruskin Bond gives us message that we should always believe the fact, not in the rumors. Before enacting on any message, following any message, we should go to the depth of the authenticity of the news. What news you have got, and then only you should believe and enact according to that. Thank you, students. Thank you very much. I hope you must have enjoyed the story, and we will discuss the question answer in the next video session. Thank you, students. Thank you very much joining the class.